Peace and blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings. Welcome to another GOAT James Kingdom TikTok Takeover Live. We actually going to do this with Lamont as well. So we're going to get FYF up in here. We're going to share this live. Let everybody know what's going on. Peace and blessings, y'all. Y'all know who I am. A. Johnny the Exposer. Coming straight off the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Y'all know we are all over the place. You guys can join us on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, Facebook. We are the best at it, man. Not only do we watch basketball, but we actually talk the game of basketball. We do all the things that Zesty Jeffries cannot do. And tonight, we're going to discuss this Michael Jordan choking situation because I got some new information about it. And I feel like it's time to share it with some of these Zesties here on TikTok. So again, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know who I am, A. Johnny the Exposer. We are here to talk about Michael Jordan choking up in the playoffs from 1988 to 1990, three straight playoff choke jobs, ladies and gentlemen. They love to say that we have to have the conversation about players' failures, players' lows, and they love to tell us that Jordan had no lows. They love to ignore 1988. We all know in 1988, Michael Jordan had the worst choke job in NBA history. It is without a doubt that was the biggest choke job in NBA history. The Zesties are going to pretend as if it doesn't exist. But here at GOAT James Kingdom, we bring it out to the forefront. So again, y'all make sure to like the live, share the live, let everybody know GOAT James Kingdom is live on TikTok. We're going to get this thing going very shortly as I am trying to share the live with all my GJK members and GJK assassins. Shout out to all the GJK assassins in the building, man. Peace and blessings to you, gentlemen. You guys are always great in here. So again, we're going to have some fun talking about, again, Michael Jordan choking, because a lot of Zesties don't like to discuss this idea of Michael Jordan choking. And here in GOAT James Kingdom, like I said, man, we don't run from the truth. We bring the truth. So again, we are sharing this live with everybody out here. And we're going to go, like I said, we're going to go full throttle tonight. As we know, we got basketball games coming on. The Knicks play in a couple of hours. And we're going to have fun. We're going to watch basketball, talk basketball, but we definitely going to dissect Michael Jordan choking in 1988 through 1990. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hit y'all with this intro so that we can get the live going. Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the TikTok Takeover on GOAT James Kingdom channel. Oh, we have a little technical difficulties. I'm trying to bring it in. There it is.
Y'all should have never said go watch Jordan play. Now look at you.
Yo, they talking about the king, LeBron is on their minds. Zesty Jeffries coming through with all them silly lies. Watch MJ in the 90s, they scream and they shout. But now the footage is dropping, they all falling out. Back in the day, Mike was a legend of the sport. But if you push him left, it's a whole story on the court. Pistons in the paint, they had that defensive plan. 3 straight playoff meltdowns, you didn't know about your man. Karma's a player, she runs circles around lanes. Zestiest fans don't like watching the games. But the more you dig in, the more will be exposed. Michael Jordan's choke tales, that's how the story goes. Now we done with the 90s, got memes going viral. Game footage is rolling, low lights stacked up for miles. Wanna talk about the GOAT, gotta show the real truth. Your man can't go left, that's all the Pistons had to do. Yeah, bring up the 6 rings, but don't hide the flaws. Cause when you look back at the film, ain't no denying what you saw. 2 different eras, defenses evolve. But watch the Zesty scramble and talk about foul calls. Calm as that player, she runs circles around lanes. Zestiest fans don't like watching the games. But the more you dig in, the more will be exposed. Michael Jordan choke tales, that's exactly how the story goes. Now the timeline's shifting, can't spit it the same. LeBron's still climbing while they playing blame game. No respect for the legends, they love to mention Pippen. Karma's not the one to play with, but you Zesty Jeffries never listen.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Is this AI? No, this is GOAT James Kingdom. Peace and blessings, Lou. We gonna get this show
So
going.
next time you chat about the Jordan legacy, just remember the losses that built his mythology. Zesty Jeffries, take a seat, this is your eye test. Jordan choked 3 times cause he couldn't go left.
Oh yeah, he couldn't go left.
Don't get mad, get the film. Get the bill.
Oh yes.
1988 playoffs.
All these Zesties don't want to have this conversation. Jordan was choking versus a team that pushed him left.
1989 playoffs.
And we got the proof. And we're going to show the proof here today, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom. I'm A. Johnny the Exposer. This is all I do is expose Zesty Jeffries for lying. You cannot lie in GOAT James Kingdom's presence. We demand that you be a man and know the truth. The truth will set you free, Zesties. The truth will set you free. Let the Zesties know we are live, baby. Let's go. Let's get this going. Let me go ahead and remove this cover and get myself into position. Shout out to y'all, man. Peace and blessings, y'all. What's the dealio? What they do? Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom channel. I'm A. Johnny the Exposer. I'm waiting for my co-host to show up, which should be Lamont very shortly, because Lamont is a part of what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom, man. But shout out to all the GJK members, all the GJK assassins. Shout out to everybody who support what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. And as you can clearly see, the prompt says what it says, ladies and gentlemen. The prompt says what it says. This is GOAT James Kingdom. And we about to show y'all some real basketball knowledge. We don't run and dodge from none of you Zesties. We come with real information. And the reason we're having today's live is because, you know, we all know in about 2024, which was exactly in 2024, around this time in 2024, our boy Mike Peake went viral. Right here on TikTok. Right here on TikTok. Mike Peake went viral, and the wrong ways on top of it, because it wasn't even his channel that went viral. It was somebody stealing his content that went viral on TikTok about Michael Jordan's lowlights and all the film about how Michael Jordan can't go left. And all these horrible highlights of how Michael Jordan going left and being a complete nightmare going left. Voiding left, dribbling the whole left side of the basketball court with his right hand, right? We've shown y'all countless footages of this as well here in GOAT James Kingdom. But about 2 years ago, there was that big viral moment of Michael Jordan's inability to go left, right? But prior to that, we all know that all these basketball dudes have their own channel and their own podcast. Isaiah Thomas and John Sally went out and told people about this same scenario with Michael Jordan going left. And the funny thing is that Zesties has been lying about the Jordan rules. They've been lying about the Jordan rules. The Jordan rules have nothing to do with physicality. The Jordan rules is a strategic plan on how to handle Michael Jordan. Every team has a strategy to deal with a team's number one option. If you don't think that, then you don't know basketball. But the reason the Jordan rules became such a popular phrase was because Jordan kept choking versus Detroit. And people didn't understand what was it that they were doing that was so different than anybody else, because Michael was torching everyone else besides the Detroit Pistons. And for 3 straight years, the Detroit Pistons knocked Michael Jordan out of the playoffs, all because he had the inability to actually dribble to his left side of the court. He couldn't dribble left. He couldn't go left. If he go left, it was a complete nightmare. But Zesties don't like that concept. They don't like that idea. Okay, well, I'm not the one who said it. Let's show y'all what Isaiah Thomas said about the actual Jordan rules and why they were able to be successful versus Michael Jordan.
Explain what the Jordan rules are.
John Sally told us his version of
Yeah. And it's pretty simple. Now, we had rules for everybody. We were a disciplined team.
Mm-hmm.
We had rules for Magic. We had rules for Kareem. We had rules for Bird. Jordan was a reluctant passer. He didn't like to pass.
No question.
He was the first volume shooter. He wasn't like now you see kids that got great handles and all that. He didn't have great handles.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't go left, and if he went left more than 2-3 times, he had to pick it up. The rules were very simple. Left side of the floor, send him left. Right side of the floor, send him left. In the middle, send him left. Now, when he's going left, we wanted to trap to be visible. I'm going left, and the first person that he sees now is running at him. And you as a defender, your job is to take away his right hand. Because now, as a passer, we want that ball going in the air. And if that ball goes in the air, we're quick enough to rotate and get back and match up. So as that defender leaves to come trap off the baseline or from the top, second defender, your job is to rotate to cover. Now we want that pass going in the air across court. Jordan didn't want to pass, so what would he do?
Turn it over.
He would shoot.
I shoot it, yeah.
And guess what he would do? He would miss. We didn't mind if he was 9 for 26. We didn't mind if he was 10 for 30. Now, the newspaper would write he scored 27, but we would say, okay, he was 10 for 30. Now, mind you, there were a couple of games he was 20 for 25. He wasn't always 10 for 30.
Yeah.
But this was the key, though, by him being a volume shooter. So this stuff they talk about analytics right now and all this other stuff, okay, that was the Detroit Pistons. How many possessions you gonna have in a game? Is it gonna be 95? Is it gonna be 100? Is it gonna be 80? Is it gonna be 85? Our job was to limit the possessions. And if we can shut down the possessions, Jordan, instead of you taking 30 shots this game, you're only gonna get 25. But here's was the key. Scotty, who normally gets 12 to 13 shots, because he's a reluctant passer. This game, Scotty, you're only gonna get 7 shots. This one over here, Horace Grant, you might get 3 shots. And by the way, those shots that you've taken and that you're getting, they're gonna be at the end of the shot clock. It's gonna be somebody running at you.
Hot potato.
We take your little brain and just twist it until you fall off. Now, when you're looking at that stat sheet and your field goal percentage is 37 and it ain't 45, right? You know that mess with you, right?
Yeah.
So now you're looking at your field goal percentage and your field goal percentage is 37. And now you play games with people out on the court. BJ, I'm gonna leave you open, right? He ain't gonna even throw it to you. Right? You go down there and double, he shoot, and then you come back and say, I ain't got to guard you. So those type of mental games you play with the team. And if I can break trust in one person, we're gonna beat you.
So you heard it from Isaiah. There was nothing in the Jordan rules that revolved around just fouling Michael Jordan. It was a simple game plan of pushing Michael Jordan left, because he really couldn't dribble the basketball that well. And he really couldn't shoot that well neither. So that's why Jordan choked 3 straight years versus a team like the Detroit Pistons and couldn't succeed versus them. But Zesties don't never want to talk about it. Now, this is an interview that happened 3 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. As you can clearly see, this is an interview that happened about 3 years ago. It popped up in my feed recently. And I was glad that I had it, because I remembered it and I've seen it before. But I never had the actual clip available for me as you clearly see it there. So eventually, I had to talk about it, because we posted it and Zesties are mad. Because they love to say that we have to talk about a player's lows, but now that we're talking about Jordan's lows, which is the lowest lows of any player in NBA history, now it's not a discussion. They don't want to discuss this. They don't want to have this conversation. They don't want to discuss the fact that Jordan, again, lost versus the same team and the same strategy for 3 straight years in a row. Literally, and punking him on top of it. Not just beating Jordan, but punking Michael Jordan. Have him crying to the commissioner, crying to his GM, crying to the media, whining and complaining, upset because he can't figure out how to play team basketball and move the ball. You heard what they said. He's not reluctant to pass. He's going to take a bad shot instead of playing team basketball to get the best shot, the wide open shot. You double, Jordan, throw the pass. But Jordan, that's not Jordan's game. Jordan, like he said, he's looking at the stat sheets. When Jordan's looking at the stat sheets and he doesn't see that he's out here doing what he needs to be doing, and he's looking at his field goal percentage and ain't above 50%, he's not dominating the game. There's no highlights of him dunking and doing all this other crazy stuff. That eventually gets in people's heads. And then he's not passing the ball to his teammates. That also gets into their heads. And the Detroit Pistons played it lovely because they had the strategy. Jordan can't dribble. He can't go left. It was just that simple. And for 3 straight years, Jordan never figured it out. It took Scottie Pippen to get him out of that rut for them to get past the Detroit Pistons. But you Zesties are not ready for this. But shout out to all y'all in the comments, man. Peace and blessings, man. Peace and blessings. I see y'all here. I see Ochi Takes in the building. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. It's always great seeing y'all, man, in the comments. Shout out to GOAT James. Peace and blessings, brother. What's good, man? What's good, man? But yeah, these Zesties, man, they are something else. They are something else. They don't want to. They don't want to address this. They don't want to address this, right? And like I tell people, Jordan choked. Like he literally choked versus team 3 years in a row. 3 straight years in a row, Jordan choked versus the Detroit Pistons. If you go look at what Michael Jordan was doing versus every other team between 1988 and 1990 in the playoffs, Jordan faced 4 separate teams 5 times and was averaging 40 points per game, ladies and gentlemen, in those series. Between 1988 and 1990, Michael Jordan faced the Cleveland Cavaliers, the New York Knicks, the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Philadelphia 76ers in the playoffs. And he faced those teams 5 times within those same years. Jordan was averaging 40 points per game on 54% shooting. Damn near 55% shooting. That's the Jordan they want us to think was always around, was always doing his thing. Just so that when he goes up against the Detroit Pistons, those numbers drop. And as you can clearly see, those numbers drop. It's a drop. He loses 10 points versus Detroit Pistons in them same years versus Detroit Pistons, back-to-back seasons. 3 in a row, while shooting under 50% in these series. So while Jordan was out here lighting up the rest of the NBA, and they love to talk about playoff dropping, they love to talk about that. Expectations and all this other stuff. They love to bring that up. The expectations was not for Michael Jordan to lose 3 years in a row versus the same team. If you ask these, if Michael Jordan was the favorites versus the Pistons, they'll tell you no. Michael Jordan was never the favorites versus the Pistons. So he was expected to lose versus them 4 straight years in a row. That's what they want us to believe. That for 4 years in a row, Michael Jordan was supposed to lose to the Detroit Pistons. And as an NBA fan, we're just supposed to accept that and swallow that as if that's supposed to be facts. No, that wasn't, ladies and gentlemen. Because again, I keep telling y'all, 1988, Michael Jordan, they would agree, was one of the greatest seasons for any NBA player individually in NBA history. And he was not supposed to lose versus that team in 1988. But he did. And Zesties only have excuses for it. And the only reason he lost was because the Detroit Pistons figured out that Jordan didn't dribble, nor did he like passing. So if we push him left, he's going to eventually fall right into our traps, which is basically run into another defender and take a horrible shot and break. And that's all Jordan did. Let me see if Lamont's in the building. I got to bring up the multi-guest feature. But that's all we've seen from you Zesties is excuses about Michael Jordan. You're going to have 106 excuses if you come up here. You're going to have 106 excuses if you come up here. Lamont's not here yet, so I'll bring you up.
Hey, I got CarPlay on. Can you hear me or should I take it off?
Nah, you good. I can hear you.
All right, gotcha. So I watched like a couple games. I don't remember if it was 89 or 90.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was game 2. And they literally said that Jordan, they can't stop him from going left. And then just scoring all his points left. They had to call a timeout. I want to say it was in the 3rd quarter.
What game was this?
It was game 2 or either 89 or 90.
Versus who?
Detroit Pistons.
False.
All right, I got a clip. I can pull it up.
Go pull up the clip. They said that that Jordan, they couldn't stop Jordan going left in 1989. Yes. What game? You said in game 2. Those games are not even available on the internet. I don't even know if the game 2 is available on the internet. But please bring that up. If you got that, let's bring that up.
All right. Look, you got to coach me through it. I don't know how to pull it up. Just tell me what to do.
What you mean? I don't know how to pull it up. I don't know. Play it through your car. I don't know how to tell you to put it like that. Send me the. I don't know.
I mean, so what I'm saying is so you can see it. Like, how do I come up on the screen so I can like?
You're on your phone. TikTok doesn't let you share your screen on your phone unless you're gonna play it somewhere. Unless you got like somewhere to play it, like a laptop or something outside of your phone.
Oh, okay. Because I know sometimes I see people that pull up their screen, and I thought it was
Yeah, you gotta use your phone. You gotta use your camera and things like that. I've never seen people pull up their screen. They don't let you share the screen like that. You gotta turn on your camera and show it through either a tablet or a phone or a television, through another medium. Because you're on your phone right now. Once you go off your phone to go check something out, it's going to put you on coffee break.
Yeah, instead of
But I would love to hear this
it's
story about
literally
Michael
impossible to do on my
Jordan
phone.
being able to go left and they can't stop him. Because I know in game two in 1989, Jordan did have, if I'm correct, Jordan did have a good game in 1989 in game two. It was game two or game three in 1989. But in 1989, in game 4, 5, and 6, Jordan definitely choked, especially game 5. Game 5 was even worse. In game 5, he basically gave up.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, well, that was 90. Was that 90? Yeah, I remember he had like a bad game, but that was one bad game. It wasn't like a bad series. He had
No,
one
no,
bad game.
it was a completely a bad series for Jordan. Again, Jordan was out here averaging over 30, like 38, 39 points per game before he faced the Detroit Pistons in 1989 in the playoffs. Just the only average 30 points per game, less rebounds, less assists.
Do you not know what the
His
starting rules
field
are,
goal
bro?
percentage was
You don't know how
down.
they played against him?
Yeah, we
So-
You don't
know.
know
We
how
did.
they were fouling him?
They know they
That's why
pushed
you
him
dropped
left.
10 points. You
No,
dropped
so
10
no,
points. You dropped
that's
10
a lie.
points.
That is a
Shut
lie.
at him, bro.
That is a
average of
lie,
30.
sir. Don't be disruptive. That is a lie. We just showed you what they did. They pushed him left. That's it. They pushed him
You
left.
think
Pull up facts and show you went left
think
just as much
averaging
as you
30
went
points per
right.
game
No,
is
there
bad?
is no facts
bro.
of this. I can show you
There's
film
facts.
footage.
I'll
I
pull
can
up
pull
the
up clips.
right now,
I can
bro.
pull up clips right now. You're not gonna pull up no clips. You just these always lie. Here in Go James Kingdom, you guys,
bro.
You've never heard me call LeBron James my king. You've never heard this, and this is not about LeBron James. LeBron James had nothing to do with 1988 or 1989.
No. So like I'm like the thing is it's on my phone. Like there's God Wolfpack said I don't know how to use my phone, but I generally like I have the clip, but it's saved to my phone. I'm about to be in my house. I can try to get on my laptop and show you.
Okay, yeah, please show it to me because I would love to hear this story, but they can't stop Jordan going left. When we watch film of Jordan consistently struggling going left, he didn't even like going to his left.
All right, now question.
That's not a narrative. There's a whole bunch of film about it. That's not narrative.
Bro.
It's not narrative when I got film footage of him actually telling people this.
I'll pull it up
here we
right
go.
now.
Y'all not pulling up nothing. Pull it up. You talking crap. Pull your camera on it. Pull it up. Stop crying.
Team. We have rules for
No,
matchups.
listen,
We have rules for
listen,
Kareem,
'cause y'all
we have
ain't here to
rules for
listen.
Bird. Jordan was
Pay
a
attention.
reluctant passer. He didn't like to pass.
No, so listen.
He was the first volume shooter. He wasn't like now you see kids that got great
You're gonna have
handles
to be
and all. He
quiet,
didn't
or
have
you
great
gotta
handles.
respect my
Couldn't
life.
go left.
It's not my
and if
fault.
he
You
went
didn't come
left more than
prepared
2-3
with
times, you had
information.
to pick it up. The rules were very simple. Left side of the floor, send him left. Right side of the floor, send him left. In the middle, send him left. Now, when he's going left, we wanted the trap to be visible. I'm going left, and the first person that he sees now is running at him. And you, as a defender, your job is to take away his right hand. Because now, as a passer, we want that ball going in the air. And if that ball goes in the air, we're quick enough to rotate and get back and match up. So as that defender leaves to come trap off the baseline or from the top, second defender, your job is to rotate to cover. Now we want that pass going in the air across court. Jordan didn't want to pass, so what would he do?
Turn it over.
He would
shoot
shoot.
it. I shoot it, yeah.
And guess what he would do? He would miss. We didn't mind if he was 9 for 26. We didn't mind if he was 10 for 30. Now, the newspaper would write he scored 27, but we would say, okay, he was 10 for 30. Now, mind you, there were a couple of games he was 20 for 25. He wasn't always 10 for 30.
Yeah.
But this was the key, though, by him being a volume shooter. So this stuff they talk about analytics right now and all this other stuff, okay.
So they told you right there, the game plan was push Jordan left. That was the actual game plan itself on the basketball court. Never had that done with LeBron James. Since you want to talk about LeBron, they never told LeBron we're just going to let you dribble and shoot your shot. It's not what they do. So there was no physicality involved. It's straight up man-on-man defense, push him left. Play his right hand, push him left.
Series.
Yeah. So host. So real quick. What's your name so I can stop saying host?
That's why they lost the 07 series.
What do I call you so I can stop calling you host?
My name's A. Johnny the Exposer.
All right, Johnny. So the thing is about Isaiah is we gotta take what he says with a grain of salt because he contradicts himself far too many times, right? I've also seen him say Jordan will score 30 on them on a bad day. Like I've also heard him say he's the best player he's ever seen, and this is before in 1991 Arsenio Hall show. He's saying that Jordan makes the rest of us look like kids, but ever since The Last Dance, he's went against everything he's saying. Even what he defines as the Jordan rules, he changed that definition. So, like, I think using him is kind
when
of
did he
flawed.
change the definition?
There's an
Because
interview from their coach.
if you look
gives
at
a
the
breakdown of it
documentary
too.
of the Bad Boys Pistons, they gave a completely different story of what Jordan rules was.
There was the
Yeah, it
same
was to
thing.
foul him
It was
anytime
the
he
same
went
thing.
up and bring him to the ground.
False.
Yeah.
False. It was the same.
Brother.
It was the same. I watched that documentary. I have clips of that documentary.
This is coming from the
and
Pistons coach himself.
Again, it's no. The Piston coach itself, the Malone, never said it was to foul Michael Jordan. He even said
anytime Jordan went up, bring him to the ground.
He even said that Isaiah Thomas came to him with the game plan. Isaiah Thomas. It was Isaiah, because Isaiah Thomas himself said that Joe Dumars was upset that was the game plan, because by them insisting that he needed double teams to help against Jordan, that was an insult towards him. So he didn't like the idea of that. But guys back then had pride in guarding their man, not needing help. But they figured out this dude can't dribble and he's not going to pass. So not only did Isaiah Thomas say this, also John Sally has said the same. John Sally has stated the same things. Push him left, because he couldn't dribble the basketball. He couldn't use his left hand well. He was not good at dribbling, and he definitely was not good at shooting the basketball in those parts of his career. So at the end of the day, he had trouble. He had trouble. He wasn't going to pass.
He was a volume shooter that wasn't going to pass. And Isaiah Thomas never backed down on anything he said from beginning to end. He didn't change his statement because of The Last Dance. Isaiah stood on that from back in the day when they had a discrepancy about the All-Star game in Chicago, when Isaiah wanted to be MVP of the. My favorite player of all time is Isaiah Thomas in 1981, the second pick from the University of Indiana, going to the Detroit Pistons. Isaiah Thomas, my favorite player of all time. So I'm telling you what it is.
No, and not only that you say that, it was because of Isaiah Thomas that Jordan even got a chance to start in his last All-Star game. Isaiah Thomas was the one that told Vince Carter to give up his seat and let Jordan take it. So again, Isaiah Thomas, you just proved the point that Isaiah Thomas wasn't hating on Jordan, and even under this, he's not. They asked him what was the Jordan rules. He just told you what the Jordan rules was and what they did to do it. It wasn't that hard. It wasn't that difficult. The man could dribble, and they was successful. They beat him 3 straight years in a row.
Well, if you play basketball in simplest terms, the Jordan rules was a boxing one. We gonna shoot everybody at Jordan, force him left, and make somebody else beat us. But Mike not passing the ball.
Okay, cool. So hold on, wait. So Magic Johnson does pass the ball, right? But they applied the same thing to Magic Johnson when they swept them in the finals as well. They did the same thing. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
They stated they had.
You don't double team. You don't double team a ball facilitator. You're gonna get cooked.
Yeah, but they
can't double team Magic Johnson. You're gonna get cooked.
There's footage of them doing it because Magic Johnson was playing in the post a lot in that series, and there's footage of them doubling them.
Nah, you can't double team Magic.
But they had John Sally and Dennis Rodman on,
and that's why
Magic Johnson.
And that's why Magic them won, because Magic beat them. Magic didn't struggle versus Detroit.
Magic
didn't struggle. I know they swept them, but Magic didn't struggle. Jordan struggled.
He did struggle. He got so frustrated that he
didn't get frustrated. What are you talking about?
Okay, so what is Magic's numbers the year they got swept in finals then?
No, we talking about Jordan. Stop bringing up other people. We're talking about Michael Jordan versus this team that pushed him left. The Jordan rules. They said they had other rules for Magic. They had other stuff that they had to deal with Magic. They didn't have to. They didn't do that with Magic. They didn't say push him left and double him. They didn't do that with Magic. They did that with Jordan, because Jordan had the deficiencies of not being able to handle the ball going left, and he also wasn't good at shooting. So it's very simple. Keep him outside of the paint and push him left.
Wasn't good at shooting. That's crazy.
Yeah, Jordan.
I know it's crazy, but it's the facts.
Jordan was a good shooter. He wasn't a good three-point shooter. He wasn't a good three-point shooter.
Jordan worked on his shot, and if you're a volume shooter, the more times you put it up, the more chances you get to hit. Jordan was a volume shooter.
Yes, but he was also a very efficient volume shooter. Like
he shot
like 50% for his career.
Exactly, because he was known as Air Jordan, not jump shot Jordan. He got to the basket a lot. He
Yes,
was
he
very
got to the basket a
athletic.
lot, but
He was very
he also had a
athletic,
big
and he
range.
was
All he
able to
did
get
was
past
shoot
people.
jumpers.
Huh?
And that's
No,
the
that's
thing.
not. That's
Second
not
three-peat
true.
was
That's
all
not.
jumpers.
No, he wasn't, sir. He
He
was
always had a mid
again.
round.
His
His
name.
mid-range
first
jump-
three
His
was Air
name
Jordan,
is
but the
Air
second three-
Jordan,
Yeah,
not
for the
jump
rest
shot
of his
Jordan.
career,
We're not
bro.
talking about the
Jump
second
shot
3P.
percentage.
And the second 3P, Jordan shot under 50% because he was taking a bunch of shots from the mid range. So again, when
That's
Jordan
how
was
volume scoring
when
works.
Jordan was
That's how volume scoring
when
works,
Jordan
bro.
when listen, that's not volume scoring. When Jordan was efficient and scoring 50% field goal percentage, he was going to the basket and getting that. He was attacking the rim doing
Bro,
that.
he shot like 48% for that
Layups
second
and
series.
And
Got
that
it.
is
That's
under
the same as LeBron in the
50%,
finals.
sir. That's under
It's always
50%.
LeBron.
Which is extremely
LeBron is
high
still
for
under
a
50
shooting
in the
guard.
finals.
LeBron
too, bro.
shoots
Extremely
three.
high
What are
for
you
a shooting
talking
guard.
about? What are you talking about? What you are? We are talking about what Jordan does. We're not talking about Magic. We're not talking about
Okay,
LeBron.
and I'm
Jordan
talking
can't
about-
shoot
Bro,
like
you're trying to
LeBron.
say 48% is
Jordan-
bad. I'm saying
Jordan
your
was
GOAT put up the same
48%
I didn't say
percentage.
48% is
Extremely
bad.
high. So how
I
is
said
that
it was
better?
under 50%. That's all I said. It was under 50%.
Okay, your
You
GOAT
felt like it
shoots
was
under
bad.
50% too
You
in
did
the
say bad,
playoffs.
bro.
Nobody said anything other than that.
Yes,
that he
you
shot
did,
under
though.
50%. That's
Okay,
dropping.
You just said that was
Okay.
You
bad.
you brought up him shooting 50%. Now you don't want to talk about him shooting above 50%. You want to
No,
stick
no,
to
no.
him shooting
So,
under
here's my
50%
thing.
as
Here's my thing
if
is-
as if it proves anything that you say. You're not
But we're
proving
not
anything.
gonna act like 40. Okay, we're not gonna act like 48% is not really good. Still.
No one said that. You guys said that Michael
You
Jordan
said that,
was
bro.
taking jump shots and shooting above 50% doing such. I told you he wasn't.
About
I said he
48
was
about
attacking the basket.
2%
Again,
difference,
I
gang.
said it's not
2%
no.
difference.
Jordan was
You're
shooting.
talking about 0.2
Stop.
points.
No, stop lying on
You're talking
Michael.
about 0.2 points, bro.
Stop lying on Michael Jordan's name.
48% versus
Michael
50, gang.
Jordan. Michael
Yeah, but how
48%
many
versus
of those
50.
were
Jordan,
dunks and
Michael
layups?
Jordan was shooting above 54% during these playoff runs when he wasn't facing the Detroit Pistons.
Because he went to the rim more.
Exactly. When he can't get to the rim because he can't go left and nobody's going to let him go right like the Detroit Pistons did. That's what happens. That's how you shut him down for 3 straight years. He still couldn't figure it out. And he choked
so-
versus the same team versus the same strategy.
They got swept. What happened when they got swept? They had the same
Who
fucking
said
game
what?
plan,
Who said?
right?
Who said what's
And it still
swept?
didn't fucking
Jordan
work.
never got swept
So I just
by the
pulled up
Detroit
the-
Pistons.
The Pistons, bro.
Fuck.
They
They
swept them
Jordan
because
definitely
Scotty.
got swept.
They swept them because Scotty
lie,
took
bro.
over the offense,
Bro,
and that's
Scotty
why.
didn't do shit. Cut
Yes, he
it
did,
out,
sir.
gang.
Scotty
No,
took
he
over the
didn't.
offense, and that's
Scotty
why.
Scotty was the
Scotty
greatest
did.
wing
Yes,
there
sir.
ever was.
Might be
Oh,
more.
you
Might
stop
be-
crying,
might be
sir.
Wingman,
Scotty
bro.
Hill.
Stop
A great
crying,
wingman.
sir. Stop
Hill,
crying.
hey, give me one
Let me
favor.
ask a question. Hey, let
Hill,
me
give
ask
me
a
one favor.
question. Let me ask a question. For all you Jordan fans, Jordan came in the league in 85. So between 85 and 91, what was Jordan?
He was the best player in the league.
Getting cooked.
Okay,
Without
then.
a win.
He had like
Without
9
a
losing
ring.
seasons.
And
before
choking
Jordan.
versus the same team
okay,
every
so,
year.
hold on. Hold on, he
Without a
asked us.
ring.
He asked us, all right? He asked us, right? So,
But check it
so,
out.
So you asked me
I
a
just
question. You
told
gonna let us
you.
answer or no?
You answered the question.
Champion,
But-
defensive
but-
player of
but
the year, MVP.
With-
Like what
And
else?
choking.
1 and
Without
9
a
playoff
ring.
record
Bron
before
ain't
so
choked
thing,
too,
right?
bro.
Without
Bron's
a
plenty of choke.
ring.
All right,
Bron ain't never choked.
What are we talking about?
Bron ain't
So,
never
hold on.
choked.
We didn't
Jordan
see
choked 3
2011.
straight
So
years in a row.
2007?
I saw 2011, and that wasn't a choke job.
That was-
it wasn't a choke job.
2007?
And
2007
again,
is the
LeBron
biggest choke
James
job ever,
and
bro.
LeBron James has just because you think LeBron James choked, it has nothing to do with Jordan choking 3 straight
He
years in a
absolutely
row
choked.
versus
He shot
the
31%
same team
from the
versus
field,
the
gang.
field. So Jordan choked versus a team with no All NBA player, no All Defensive player on their roster. LeBron's never done that, sir. Jordan was the league MVP. Jordan
was DPOY.
Jordan, no, he was not, sir. Jordan was the league
Yes, he
MVP.
was.
No, he wasn't, sir. When Jordan lost to the Detroit Pistons in 1988, they didn't have no All NBA player, no All Defensive player, no Defensive Player of the Year, none of that in 1988, sir. Jordan choked versus a team that had no All NBA player, no All Defensive player on their roster, while being the league MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year, All NBA First Team, All Defensive First Team, the scoring champ, the steals champ, the All-Star starter, and the All-Star League MVP. And choked 3 straight games in a row versus a team like that while underperforming, while being pushed
All right,
left.
so averaging 30 points a game is underperforming.
He didn't average 30 points per game in 1988. He went from averaging 45 the series before to averaging 27 points per game. He was averaging 35 points per game. Again, LeBron James. LeBron James has nothing to do with Jordan choking in 1988. It doesn't absolve Jordan choking in 1988. You can talk about LeBron all you want to. What you
I'm not
can't
talking
talk
about
about and what you can't discuss is what happened in 1988 with with the league MVP versus a team with no All-NBA player, no All-Defensive player on their roster. You don't want to mention that. You don't want to mention how Jordan was choking under those situations. So let's go explain to you why Jordan was choking under those situations, and let's give you Jordan's standards on this. This is Jordan telling you what was happening and what was going on in 1988 while he was versus the Pistons. What does it say right here? It's to the point to where they won't let me penetrate. I have to give up the ball. Jordan is crying about passing and playing team basketball. If we were going to bear their defense, it's going to have to come from the other guys. Jordan is crying and complaining about his teammates because he ain't showing up in these games. This is the problem that y'all Zesties don't want to address that. Jordan didn't score a point until 6 minutes and 35 seconds into the second quarter to start off game 3. This is Jordan, and this is at home. The series is tied 1-1. This is what Jordan was doing. This is what Jordan was doing.
That happened in Game 5 of 2010 as well, by the way.
Listen, none of this happened to LeBron. LeBron never lost to the league with no team.
That didn't happen to LeBron.
LeBron never lost to a team with no All-NBA player, no All-Defensive player on their roster, sir. LeBron James never lost to a team that again.
LeBron James was outscored by a bench player, bro.
And
he was a third option on the fucking team.
Joined two of the biggest stars in the
This nigga
literally what he said never happened. In 2010, LeBron James scored his.
First of all, y'all not gonna overtalk me. Y'all gonna sit here and talk about Jordan choking again. Jordan choking. LeBron can't save him from that. You can't save him from that. LeBron never lost to a team with no All-NBA player, no All-Defensive player on their roster, sir. Never. He never lost. He never lost like that, sir. He never lost like that. He never lost like that, sir. He never lost like that, sir. He never lost like that. He never lost to a team like that. Stop bringing up LeBron James when Jordan choked versus a team with no All-NBA player, no All-Defensive player because they pushed him left. Those are the facts. Not your lying eyes. Not you coming here bringing up some nonsense.
That team that beat Jordan, did they win the championship? Did they make it to the finals?
Not in 1988, they didn't win the championship.
They didn't go to the finals?
In 1988, they didn't make the final. I mean, they didn't win the NBA championship. They didn't win it in 1988.
They made it to the finals, though.
Okay, what are you praising? Making the finals? Is that what you're trying to praise?
Y'all praise making it to the finals all the time.
No. Is that what you trying to do?
No, what I'm saying is we're not going to act like just because they didn't have players that did that. It doesn't mean.
Well, why do you think they made the finals? Because Jordan choked versus them. If Jordan doesn't choke, they don't make the finals.
How come Larry Bird didn't beat them?
Because they beat Larry Bird. But Larry Bird didn't choke versus them. Stop bringing up other people when Jordan is the league MVP. Was Larry the league MVP? No. Was Larry All-NBA and All-Defensive First Team scoring champ, division champ? No.
Larry Bird had a better team.
Why are you bringing up other people? Jordan had the #1 defense in basketball in 1988 with the Chicago Bulls, sir. Why are you making excuses for Michael Jordan, sir? Stop bringing up other people. You guys can't never talk about Jordan. We're talking about Jordan. Jordan choked. Jordan went from being 35 points per game to 27 points per game and choking up 3 straight games in a row in games 3, 4, and 5 after tying the series, splitting it 2 games.
So who was his second scorer?
He never made the finals without Pippen.
Who was Jordan's second scorer?
Who was Jordan's second scorer on that team?
Who was the other guy putting up 35 points on Chicago?
What do you mean? Why do you need somebody else when Jordan's taking 25 shots per game?
You talking about beating it? You said choking.
He's choking.
Wait a minute. Who else was putting up points?
Nobody, because Jordan's not passing them the ball.
So how are you going to do it by himself?
Because Jordan's not passing him the ball. Jordan's not passing him the ball. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you have not paying attention. You're not paying attention. You're not paying attention. Listen.
What the Jordan rules are. John Sally told us his version of
and it's pretty simple. Now we had rules for everybody. We were a disciplined.
There was no zone defense.
We had rules for Magic. We had rules for Kareem. We had rules for Bird. Jordan was a reluctant passer.
Listen,
he didn't like the pass.
He don't like the pass.
First volume shooter.
He's a volume shooter. He wants to score. He's not trying to pass.
See kids that got great handles and all that. He didn't have great handles.
He ain't got handles.
Couldn't go left.
Can't go left.
More than 2-3 times. He had to pick it up.
Got to pick the ball up. He can't dribble like that.
Left side of the floor.
That nigga's a hater, but that's awful.
He's not a hater. He beat him. That's not hating when you beat him. That's how I did. That's how I beat him. That's what he beat him with.
Bro, I'm agreeing with you, bro.
That's not hating. That's not a hater, sir. Jordan's the hater. Jordan's the hater. Jordan's the hater, not him. Jordan's the one that kept him off the Olympic team. Jordan's the one one that talked about him in the last
agreeing with
dance.
you, but this is hating, bro.
This is not hating, sir. This is called. This is basketball, sir. Basketball cannot be hating. You're not on my side. You're not on my side.
Bro, I'm on, bro.
No, I'm on the side of truth, sir. The truth is it's not hate. It's called basketball. This is not hating, sir. This is basketball. This is basketball. You don't hate your opponent. You just compete against them and beat them. That's it. He wasn't, because he was beating Jordan. He was beating him. He was beating him. You guys are not listening. You guys are not listening. I'm gonna kick y'all off. Y'all not listening. Y'all not listening. I'm gonna start muting all of y'all because y'all don't listen.
No, it's 10 for 30.
And because you ain't listening, we're gonna start from the top.
Somebody who
What the
can't even
Jordan
shake his
rules
hand.
are. John
Sir,
Sally told
if
us
you
his
guys
version
interrupt the
of
show one more again, I'm gonna kick you off.
And it's pretty simple. Now, we
Listen.
have rules for everybody. We were
You crying because Jordan choked.
team.
Stop coming to GOAT James Kingdom crying. Ain't no crying in the GOAT
We
debate.
had rules for Kareem. We had rules
Did
for
Jordan
Bird.
sweep them?
Jordan was a reluctant passer.
Nigga, I said LeBron
He liked
is
to
the
pass.
GOAT, bro.
He choked
I'm just
3
saying,
straight years in a row.
Volume shooter. He wasn't like now you see kids that got great handles and all that. He didn't have great handles.
You don't got
He
handles.
couldn't go left, and if he went left more than 2-3 times, he had to pick it up. The rules are very simple. Left side of the floor, send him left. Right side of the floor, send him left. In the middle, send him left. Now, when he's going left, we wanted the trap to be visible. I'm going left, and the first person that he sees now is running at him. And you, as a defender, your job is to take away his right hand. Because now, as a passer, we want that ball going in the air. And if that ball goes in the air, we're quick enough to rotate and get back and match up. So as that defender leaves to come trap off the baseline or from the top, second defender, your job is to rotate to cover. Now we want that pass going in the air across court. Jordan didn't want to pass, so what would he do?
Turn it over.
He would shoot.
You shoot.
And guess what he would do? He would miss.
He missed.
We didn't mind if he was 9 for 26. We didn't mind if he was 10 for 30. Now, the newspaper would write he scored 27. But we would say, okay, he was 10 for 30. Now, mind you, there were a couple of games he was 20 for 25. He wasn't always 10 for 30.
Yeah.
But this was the key, though. By him being a volume shooter. So this stuff they talk about analytics right now and all this other stuff. Okay, that was the Detroit Pistons. How many possessions you gonna have in the game? Is it gonna be 95? Is it gonna be 100? Is it gonna be 80? Is it gonna be 85? Our job was to limit the possessions. And if we can shut down the possessions, Jordan, instead of you taking 30 shots this game, you're only gonna get 25. But here's was the key. Scotty, who normally gets 12 to 13 shots, because he's a reluctant passer. This game, Scotty, you're only gonna get 7 shots. This one over here, Horace Grant, you might get 3 shots. And by the way, those shots that you're taking and that you're getting, they're gonna be at the end of the shot clock. It's gonna be somebody running at you.
Hot potato.
We take your little brain and just twist it until you fall off. Now, when you're looking at that stat sheet and your field goal percentage is 37 and it ain't 45, right? You know that mess with you, right?
Yeah.
So now you're looking at your field goal percentage and your field goal percentage is 37. And now you play games with people out on the court. BJ, I'm gonna leave you open, right? He ain't gonna even throw it to you.
Exactly.
Right? You go down there and double, he shoot, and then you come back and say, I ain't got to guard you. So those type of mental games you play with the team. And if I can break trust in one person, we're gonna beat you.
That's it. That's what they did.
Johnny. 3 times.
All right, Johnny.
3 years
Johnny,
in a row.
Can I chime in?
Go ahead.
What happened last time?
Can I be the first person to chime in?
Scotty happened.
Hold on, wait, Johnny, can I chime in?
I'm listening.
Okay, cool. All right, so I got the video and I put it on my Facebook so I can screen record and show it to you now.
Okay, so
Can I play it?
Go ahead, play it. Where is it? Put it up. Where we listening?
All right, got you. All right. So I hit the record button, correct?
Go ahead. Yes.
Peace and blessings, Johnny. How you doing today?
Peace and blessings, young man. What's good?
All right, this is it right here, okay?
Go ahead. I'm listening. We're listening.
As you notice today, Michael Jordan is beating his man every time by going to his left. Only the first foul for Lane Mears. Score with his right arm. As you notice today, Michael Jordan is beating his man every time by going to his left. Only the first foul for Lane Mears.
So
okay. All right. So where's the play? Where's the film?
Well, it's from the second period of game. What was that? Game 3. Game 3. second quarter.
Game 3, second quarter, right, in 1989, correct?
I could be. I don't know if it's 89 or 90. I don't know which one it is.
Oh, you got to give me the year. How you don't know what year this is?
We're going to pull the film up.
We're going to pull the film up. What year is this? What year did they make him go that he went left and he was dominating him going left? Because I would love to know what game this is so we can go watch this game and we can go get it right now. Because I can go get film of Michael Jordan right now in Game 5 in 1988 if you want, and we can show that to you right now.
Hold on. So I originally didn't get the film because you told me to show you the clip of them saying that. So I wasn't prepared to show you the film.
No, I thought you was going to show us the film. I know you were just going to go to the thing and saying that every time he goes left, because I would love to see if every time Jordan went left, and I would love to know what game this is. We would love to see this game. Because you said you knew what game this was. Bring the game up. Bring the game up. I understand the broadcaster said he's going left, and just like Isaiah Thomas said, there were games Michael Jordan did get to go off, but the majority of the time he wasn't. That's the point. Majority of the time it was leading to a bad play. Michael Jordan being able to do a couple of times is not what we said he could not do. What we told you was the strategy was to push him left. He was inefficient going left.
Got you.
And the stats show that he was inefficient.
So I'm gonna point. Oh, you say inefficient. So I'm looking at the stats.
Yes.
And you went to 1988. Game 1, he shot 10 for 22 and 46% from the field.
Okay.
Game 2, he shot 64% from the field.
Yes.
Game 3, he shot 40% from the field.
40%. There you go.
That's the only bad one so far.
And he shot 46. 4, okay, go ahead.
No. Game 4.
Again, Michael Jordan was shooting 54%. Why are you cutting me off? Because listen. I'm not cutting you off. Listen, I need you to pay attention to something. When you're saying Michael Jordan shoot 46%, you're not judging him by his 54% shooting. Continue.
All right. So game 1, 46. Game 2, 64. Game 3, he drops to 40. Game 4, he's at 50% even. In the last game, he's 46% from the field. He finishes that series shooting 49.1%.
In 1988, he shot 47%.
This is 1988. This is 1988. He shot 49% from the field in 1988.
Okay, well, you're right. No, it was 1988. He did 1989. He shot 47%. So let's go to those. Let's go to that series so we can discuss this. Okay, let's go to that series.
What series?
That same series in 1988. So in 1988, Jordan averaged 27.4 points per game. He averaged 9 rebounds, 4.6 assists, shooting 49% from the field. Michael Jordan, in the series prior to that versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, scored 45 points per game on 56% shooting. Michael Jordan, for that playoffs, right, was averaging over 36 points per game in total, and in the regular season was shooting above 35%. Shooting above 35 points per game and shooting above 53% for the season, or some crazy number like that in 1988. So again, his inefficiency is his numbers dropped. In every category is where I'm talking about his inefficiency. We're not comparing Michael Jordan. We're not. Wait.
40% is solid.
Again, you can say it's over 40%, but again, the strategy forces him to shoot inefficient to his normal stat. We're comparing Jordan to Jordan. We're not comparing Jordan to nothing else. We're comparing Michael Jordan, who wait, in the same playoffs between 1988 and 1990, where he faced the team and went 56% from the field. Another team he went 52% from the field. Another team he went 55% from the field. Another team he went 54% from the field. Another team he went 55% from the field. Just so that when he faces when he faces a team that pushes him left, that he ends up shooting under 50% 3 straight years in a row versus that same team.
Why did all the teams didn't push him left if they knew the Pistons? The Pistons was just way better than everybody defensively, man. They could do it.
That's false.
Somebody else could.
Face fed. The Cleveland Cavaliers was a top 5 defense in 1988 and 1989. The New York Knicks as well also played solid defense. Not to mention the 1990 Philadelphia 76ers. Not even to mention the Milwaukee Bucks in 1990 also were solid defensive teams.
We're talking about the championship bad boys.
They became that because Michael Jordan choked 3 straight years in a row.
Oh no.
Jordan was trying to build a
Okay,
team, bro. What are you talking about?
Averaging 49% from the field is a choke.
Jordan never had a
Again,
You do right. Johnny, let me
go back. Let's go back. Wait. Let's go back to this. Wait. Let's go back to this game 3. Wait, let's go back to this game 4 where Michael Jordan shot 50% from the field. Where Michael Jordan, right here, the Bulls are down 5 with 5 to go, which is clutch time. They get on a 15-1 run on the Chicago Bulls in the last phase. Michael Jordan was 0 for 3 from the field with 2 turnovers while Isaiah Thomas scored 11 points in that run. And 19 again, what are we saying is that we're showing you Michael Jordan choking. This is these are back-to-back games on his home floor. These are back-to-back games. Here we go again. Here we go again. A game 5. You would think, okay, Jordan's gonna step up, right? He's at least got to step up. Like y'all said, he can't keep letting his team push him around. He's getting pushed around again. This is a team with no all NBA player, no all defensive player on their roster. They're down 2 with 4 minutes left to go. Michael Jordan takes no shots. He gets punked. He don't even take a shot. He don't even attempt a shot. Like he's getting punked by a team. He's getting. I'm being honest.
They was coming clotheslining guys, bro. They was clotheslining in that game.
That's a lie.
They were trying to break his neck.
That's a lie.
Be honest, bro. You're
That's
not
a
being
lie.
honest about full basketball.
That is a lie. That is a lie. I'm gonna show you the videotape. I will show you the videotape of it.
Beat him up.
I will show you the videotape of it.
He came back better.
I will show you the videotape.
It seems like this nigga not really a Bron fan. He just a Jordan hater.
Listen, look, this is what they do. They want to talk about everything but hoops with us.
Fan, bro.
I don't want to hear. Stop crying. So stop crying. So stop crying. So stop crying. You're not a LeBron fan. I don't know no LeBron fan that has a problem with GOAT James Kingdom, bro. Nobody who's a LeBron fan has a problem with GOAT James Kingdom.
I think LeBron is the GOAT, bro.
I don't care what you think, bro. I'm dropping knowledge. That's why you're upset. Because I'm dropping knowledge.
You should have put Detroit up there like that. You should have put somebody else.
Nigga getting mad. You getting emotional, bro. Like,
no, because you're talking about me, man. Why are you talking about me? Why you get off of my live being a bitch yourself, son. Go to a live where there is no bitches. You can go be a bitch for yourself. Ain't nobody care what you feel, nigga.
Crying, bro.
Ain't nobody crying. I'm bringing up facts. You're crying.
I'm a LeBron fan, bro. But
who's this talking? Who's talking?
Seem like you just
I need to know who's talking.
Bro.
Who's talking? I need to address this person because I can't see who's talking. Who's talking? Who's talking? Did I just kick him off? That's what I thought because this damn thing is getting too crazy. You mad? You're not a LeBron fan. You dudes don't come here crying about being LeBron fans. LeBron fans don't cry about being Sean Jordan choking. There's no way you're going to sit here and cry about that. You niggas is zesty. Mad about me proving Michael Jordan choking. Sticking to that. You only want to talk about LeBron. You
Johnny,
niggas is bitches.
Johnny, I did prove what I said, by the way. I'm looking at the game right now.
Let's go. Bring it up.
It's 1989, game 3.
Yeah. Okay, 1989, game 3. Let's go find 1989, game 3. Why is this? Is my internet be tripping?
I believe this is the game because it's in my YouTube history. So I believe this is the one.
Okay, let's go see if we can find it. Especially if it's on YouTube, we're going to find it. We're going to watch this game, and y'all going to show me Michael Jordan out here going left and dominating the Detroit Pistons. Now, mind you, in 1989, he did have a 45-point game, so he did have a good game versus the Detroit Pistons. But in 1989, in games 4, 5, and 6, it was straight duds from there. In game 4, he pulled up a 25-point or 24-point performance and blamed his teammates for why they weren't able to win that game. Then went into a game 5, only scored 18 points while taking only 8 shots, and literally didn't take no shots in the second half. I think he took 2 shots in total in the entire second half because he blamed his teammates and was passing the ball and literally was completely despondent in all facets of the game when we talk about that series. That I know that there was only one game Michael Jordan went ham versus Detroit Pistons, and that was in 1989 game 3. But we're going to pull up that game too. We're going to find it right now because I'm going to get it on my YouTube.
Hey, Johnny, could that be to what Isaiah Thomas was saying? They cut down the possessions. So that's why he didn't have as many shot attempts and as attempts that he had normally prior, like the other series. Isaiah said it himself. They cut down the possessions, and then once we cut down the possessions, Michael Jordan didn't want to pass, so he only passed it to the Horace Grant, Paxi. He only gave them, or B.J. Armstrong. He only gave them 1 or 2 shots. So if you cut down and narrow the game, you go look at them games. Some of those games was like 88 to 91. It was, I think maybe 1 or 2 of the games was over 100. Maybe one of the games was over 100. A team scored 100 points. They all were low scoring games.
But again, that's a part of the idea of the whole thing. The fact that Jordan didn't play team basketball made it easier for the Detroit Pistons to do all of that. The fact that Jordan would have the ball in his hands and he would be the dominant guy with the ball and he's not going to pass the ball made it easy. Push him left. No matter where they get him the ball, push him left. If you push him left, he's going to pick up his dribble within 2 or 3 dribbles and he's going to be stuck in the air. He's going to try to make a jump pass like Jordan always tried to do. And he's going to try to take a jump shot and he's going to miss it. And that's what they did. That's why his shots were lower, his efficiency was lower, everything was lower for Jordan in those rounds. He scored less, he assisted less, he had less blocks, less steals, more turnovers, shot worse, shot less in all 3 series.
So Johnny,
and it was 3 straight years in a row.
So Johnny, I'm gonna say this: like what you're saying, that has happened to every great player. Michael Jordan's not perfect. He's not perfect.
He ain't the only one that ran in something like that.
False.
No, I'm just asking. No, Johnny, he's not
False.
perfect. I'm not gonna pretend that Michael Jordan is. He's not perfect.
False.
And so, like, I'm not gonna hold him to a standard as if he's perfect. I hold him to the standard that I believe he's a top 2 greatest player of all time. I think there's an argument for both Jordan and LeBron, but I'm not gonna be disingenuous and act like what happened to him didn't happen to every other player that's ever laced him up.
My goal never
Change that word choked.
Who's
Jordan?
LeBron James has choked. LeBron James has choked. What are you talking about?
LeBron James has never choked.
Oh, y'all see, y'all need to quit that, man. Y'all need to quit that.
How
y'all
he
need
never
to quit
choked?
that.
He's never choked. He's
I mean,
LeBron
LeBron will be my goal when he retires, but to say LeBron ain't choking is crazy.
So Johnny, here's my thing. I can admit that when Jordan didn't live up to his expectations or he fell off, whatever. But you, for some reason, you can't do that with LeBron.
I know. Why
I can't do that for LeBron because LeBron James, like I said, because LeBron James never lost versus the same team 3 straight years in a row in the same strategy.
Has he ever choked?
He's never choked.
Has he ever choked?
LeBron's never choked.
So what do you call? What do you define as a choke then?
A player that completely underperforms due to the strategy that was put against them to keep them from performing and them costing their team a series.
Explain Dallas.
So got you. So would you say 2007 was a choke?
No.
Why? Because all of his numbers.
No, because because LeBron James for one.
Because of the game plan.
For one, LeBron James wasn't the league MVP or anything special to that degree. Did he shoot bad? Wait. Did he shoot? Did he shoot? Wait.
I asked you to define it.
That is it. That's underperforming with the whole strategy. Everything's put up on you. LeBron James was not why they lost. They lost because that team was just not good enough to win. They made passes. Guys were bricking shots. Jordan wasn't passing the basketball.
What team was he playing with?
So
Miami, right?
So no, he's
in Miami.
For
even in Miami. The role that he had in Miami, he played his role to the T, and the Heat were not good enough to get past the Mavericks, and they passed the ball. They was ball movement, sir.
What was so special about Dallas?
So they had, let's start here. They had an all NBA player and an all defensive player on their roster, unlike 1988.
That's one guy.
Unlike 1988. No, it's not one guy. That's 2 guys. Unlike 1988.
2 guys. My bad. 2 guys.
Unlike 1988.
LeBron also had 2 All-Stars on his team.
Starting there. Let's start there. Let's start there.
All NBA players
again.
All NBA players as teammates.
You guys' interpretation of what happened to LeBron James has nothing to do with Jordan choking between 1988
No, I'm asking you a question, Johnny. I'm asking you a question.
I'm answering your question. What happened in 1988 to 1990 had nothing to do with 2011 or 2007 or 2015 or anything like that.
What I'm saying to you is, you're saying what you define as a choke. I can also say the same thing happened to LeBron, because when you
can say whatever you want. Go to your live and do it.
I'm going by your logic. I'm going by your logic, though, Johnny.
No, my logic again. No, you're not. You're not listening. My logic again. My logic is Michael Jordan was the league MVP. Michael Jordan was Defensive Player of the Year. Michael Jordan was all NBA first team, all defensive first team. Michael Jordan was the scoring champ, steals champ, all-star starter, all-star league MVP, averaging over 35 points per game. And he choked versus a team with no all-NBA player and no all-defensive player on their roster. And then on top of that, he choked versus them 2 more times afterwards. That never happened to anybody else in NBA history, sir.
I ain't never heard anyone call his game a choke.
So it happened.
I know. Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom.
Never heard that before. Choke.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom. Thank you. You're welcome.
I just want you to say when I originally asked the question, it brings up.
Salute to the host. I've been saying this for years, but people ain't been listening.
All you said was playing below your standards was your numbers drop, your officials drop.
Sir, what is your standard? Your standard is the league MVP. Your standard is the defensive player of the year. Your standard is the scoring champ. Your standard is the steals champ. That's your standard, sir.
Let me ask you a quick question.
LeBron's standard that he said is 29 points per game, and he drops to
no, that's not, sir. That's not his standard, sir. He's not the league MVP, sir. He's not losing versus the team 3 years in a row, sir. He's not losing versus the team with no all-NBA player and no all-defensive player on their roster, sir. You cannot equate it as the same thing. You cannot equate it, sir. You cannot.
Okay, but because listen, no, the year that he lost, he ain't played him 3 years in a row.
LeBron James was never on the cover of a national television a publication looking like this because he couldn't beat a team that nobody expected to do anything. They made their name off Jordan. They made their name off Jordan. Somebody has a bad. I don't know who's talking, but your mic is bad and muffled. We cannot hear you. I don't even know what's going on because I can't see y'all.
You know that, right?
No, they did not, sir. They did not, sir.
When did Jordan say, "Stop giving me the ball"?
Let me get through it real quick. So one.
When did he stop that? When did he start saying, "Stop giving me the ball"?
Same thing he did with Michael Jordan. When you look at what he did in the previous series compared to what he did against Pistons, I can say the same thing about what LeBron did against Pistons. How he tried to get the San Antonio Spurs.
Right,
and also,
right here,
you said it, 2011,
sir.
No one believes
I don't know who's talking. I can't hear you. Just rambling. I can't hear you. Whoever's talking needs to shut up because your mic is bad. I can't hear you. You're just rambling. You're messing up my mic. I don't know who it is, and I cannot. Yes, I cannot hear you. Your mic is muffled. I don't know who's talking. I really don't even know who's talking. I have to mute everybody because you're messing up my audio. This is going on YouTube. You're messing up my audio.
I think it's this Eagle Nation guy. I think with the bad.
I'm not even talking.
No, it's not him. It's Ira. It's Ira. Okay, I just got rid of him. But again, in 1988, Michael Jordan said it right here. It's to the point they won't let me penetrate. I have to give up the ball. He didn't want to shoot.
They play defense, man.
The defense was pushing him left. That's it.
Well, let me ask you a question, man.
Just push him left. That was the defensive game plan.
Let me ask
push
you a
him left.
Question. Who was the players on the Detroit Pistons team?
No all NBA players. No all NBA players.
You had Dumars. You had
Lamont. I'm trying to let people up, but I don't know which one is you. My internet is really slow right now. It's really not letting me bring up anybody. Why is my internet doing this? All right, let me see here. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. It's TikTok, man. I can't see it either. TikTok.
Is TikTok is it TikTok or is it
TikTok? It's not you, it's TikTok because it's doing the same thing for me.
Right? It's TikTok, right?
Yeah, it's TikTok. Yeah, you probably have to restart the volume.
Lamont up here now.
TikTok is glitching. It glitched earlier, and I couldn't see nobody on the panel.
Okay, that's what I thought because I thought they're saying it's because I've never had this kind of trouble when I'm doing a TikTok live. Like I really can't do nothing. But what's good, Lamont?
Hey man, look, they mad at the information, man, as usual.
It's good information, but the word is messing everything up. As you calling it choke.
And hold on one second.
He got his behind beat.
Hold on one second.
He got his behind beat, but don't call him a choke.
Ego, hold on one second. Ego, what I'm saying is, hey, Johnny is like, again, this. If you guys set the groundwork for what a choke is, then Jordan falls under that definition big time, and it's probably worse than LeBron in 2011, based on y'all own definition. You like reconfigure y'all definition if you don't like it, but this is y'all definition. So
he met the better team. That he had to get by the Pistons. They were the better team.
Now they were.
Well, hold on. But Eagle, how come you're not saying? How come you're not saying with LeBron he met the better team?
The Mavericks.
He literally. Hold on. The Mavericks. Hold on. Did the Mavericks sweep Kobe?
Team. The Mavericks was a better team.
The Mavericks beat Kobe. They beat KD. They beat Brandon Roy and them guys. They beat everybody.
No, when
they swept Kobe.
No.
Man.
So
choking in the women. Let me say this. I get your point. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
All I'm saying is, if you can use your brain and say that Jordan just ran into a better team,
right?
Why is it so hard for you to say that LeBron just ran into a better team?
Not in the finals.
The Mavs were not better.
That way,
the finals.
They ran it. Dallas
was hot. That Mavericks team was hot, bro. They beat everybody. They swept through the West like it wasn't nobody's business.
And then they got
came back on the Lakers. You don't remember that? Wait a minute. They came back on the Lakers. The Lakers had them. They came back, as I remember. They came back on the Lakers and beat them in one of them games.
Maybe they beat LA, Trailblazers, and OKC with Russell
Was he a Cleveland Cavalier?
People out, bro.
Was he a Cleveland Cavalier or was he a Miami guy?
He was in Miami then.
And he had those stars on his team.
Bro,
defense
that ain't number
and
two more
offense.
people. Hold on, Mr. Eagle. That was number two more people. Name
We
the rest
talking
of
about
the
the
players that
king.
was there.
We talking about the
They
king.
had Mario Chalmers and Norris.
And we
Cole.
talking about Michael Jordan, the league MVP.
He's the king.
Was LeBron the league MVP in 2011? Eagle.
Listen.
Was LeBron James the league MVP in 2011?
Did he get swept? Wait a minute. I get your point. Wait a minute. When you carry that crown and you call yourself the king and you going through all these finals and you get swept, you can't tell me that ain't no choke job.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Let me finish. He came into the NBA calling himself the king. Already. He went to all those.
Dallas did not sweep Miami, bro.
Let me finish.
What are you talking about?
Y'all wasn't complaining when he went to all those finals.
But I'm saying, what are you talking about?
When he was
with
with Cleveland,
got swept, bro. They didn't get swept by Dallas.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they didn't. Kobe got swept
twice.
No, they didn't.
They lost
San
in six,
Antonio
bro.
and
They lost
Dallas.
in game 6. They didn't get swept. What are you talking about?
Wait a minute,
They
he been
didn't
swept
get
twice.
swept. I watched that series. What we
Bro,
talking
again,
about?
and this is why I said I did not want to go down this route. Michael Jordan choking has nothing to do with LeBron James. It is not LeBron James's fault. Michael Jordan was getting punked by a team with a 6'4" guard guarding him, pushing him left. That had nothing to do with it.
Weak ass era of basketball as well. Compared to the 2000s.
He wasn't an All NBA, All Defensive Player in 1988, and he was making Jordan choke.
Oh my God! How many guards did they have?
What do you mean? How many guards did they have? Michael Jordan's the ultimate guard.
So stacked. How many? Who was?
They weren't stacked. What team you ever known was stacked with no All NBA players, no All Defensive players on them? What team you ever seen like that?
That's why you can't call it choke, bro.
Exactly.
That's exactly why it is a choke. You don't lose to a team like that. No, they were not. They had no All NBA and no All Defensive player. There's no such thing. They had one All Star.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman was in his second NBA season coming off the bench. What are you talking about?
I said, I confess, Jordan got his behind beat.
No, he choked.
But I refuse to go by the word choke.
You can refuse all you want to. It's the facts. It's the facts. It's fine. We understand that. Being zesty is a hard thing to do when you step up and go James Kingdom. It's hard. It's hard to relinquish the zestiness when you want to believe Michael Jordan never choked. It's not no one's fault but yours.
But then when that story, wait a minute. When that story ended, right? Did he turn into something that was unstoppable?
What? No.
He lost in 95.
He turned to Scottie Pippen.
He turned to Scottie Pippen.
Yes. The Bulls
Oh
won
my
because
goodness.
Scottie Pippen was running their offense. As you can clearly
Oh, so
see,
now we
Jordan
give it.
don't know how to run an offense.
I give you that love. I give this love right now. I'm glad everybody giving Scottie Pippen his respect. I'm glad y'all see him as better than what people say he is. I appreciate that. You're being real right now. And I appreciate that.
Listen. There's several people up
Jordan,
here.
like I
I
said
can't even know if
earlier,
they're here.
Pippen like the
never
best
stop
duo
seeing.
player ever.
Hold on,
Arguably.
When it's 4
Lamont,
minutes
can you
on the
see who's
clock,
He was
here?
I'm
one
still
and
off that
nine.
he
Jordan was
said
1-9
Miami got
before
swept.
Pippen.
Lamont, can you see
They
who's
lost
here?
4-2.
Miami got swept, man.
Lamont out the pen.
No, they did not. They lost
Lamont's off the panel?
4-2. They lost in 6.
Yep.
Then where we get these 2 swept jobs from?
Because he lost
You
versus
said
the
it. We
Golden
didn't.
State.
Who
Because he
swept
lost.
LeBron twice?
Because he lost to Golden State in 2018 in the sweep.
And who was the other team?
With Kevin Durant.
And he lost to he lost to the Spurs in 07.
Oh, it was the Spurs and it was the.
Yes.
No, it wasn't the Warriors.
Yes, it was the
Warriors swept
Spurs.
them.
That's two
Yes,
dynasty
in
franchises,
2018.
by the way.
Yeah, it was the Spurs, and LaMarcus Aldridge was on that team too. Like, people don't even mention him. That's crazy as heck.
Dallas did not sweep them.
So it's the Warriors in San Antonio.
Again, sir,
Okay.
we're talking about Michael Jordan
I didn't know
choking
it was
versus
like Warriors
Detroit. We're talking about the fact that all they had to do was push Jordan left, knowing he was going to pick up his dribble majority of the time.
Did his game get better? My question is, did his
We
game get
still
better
on
when
that?
they found out he got to go left? Who went
No.
with that formula that said I'm going to beat Jordan because he can't go left?
What
The
Who else
Pistons
did that?
did.
what changed?
But that means he had to learn the game, bro.
What changed
He had to
was
learn.
what changed. No,
He's
what
been
cha-
talking about that Detroit
what
series for like
changed?
30 minutes.
What changed was
I know,
Scottie
switch to
Pippen
Detroit.
running their offense. That's what changed. Other guys got their shots. Other guys were able to be a part of the
No,
team.
man,
That's
they
why.
got a new darn coach. They got a coach.
Okay, and they had a player that
taught
could
them
run
the
their
game.
offense, and they had a player who could run that offense named Scottie
Damn.
Pippen. That's why. That's it. It's nothing else but that. That's it. The triangle offense and them having Scottie Pippen. Now they can't just push Jordan left and other guys are not involved in the offense because Scottie's going to get everybody involved. Scottie's not looking to get his
And
shot.
Phil was there early on.
Yes, Phil was there, but they wouldn't run the triangle until he became the head coach.
Right, no, he was saying they got a coach. No, Phil was there when they were losing to Detroit.
Yes,
No, he wasn't.
He was there in 1990 when they
never
lost
lost
to
to
Detroit.
Detroit.
They lost to Detroit in
Remember-
1990
Yes,
as
he
he was
was.
the head
He
coach.
wasn't there.
Yes, he was.
Carter, remember, Doug Collins did not like Phil so much so that he banned him from sitting on the bench during games. He did not
Correct.
want to do anything that Phil said. So, again, Phil was there, but Doug Collins didn't want to let Phil
He was the
run
head
offense.
coach, right?
No, he was an
And who's the
assistant.
head
The head
coach?
coach before Phil.
That's my point. I mean, head coach. I'm sorry, man. My bad. You right. You're right. He was on the bench, but he wasn't the head coach. That's what y'all saying. Okay. All right.
He just didn't have the control. That's all. He couldn't
Got
run the
you,
triangle
got
with
you.
Doug Collins there.
Got you. That's a fact. That's a fact. You're right. I forgot that he had sat on the bench as an off the bench coach. Okay, gotcha.
Exactly. So again, all these excuses are not necessary. Just understand that Jordan choked. That's it. Choked.
All right, let's
Man, if
move
you a
on.
Detroit fan, if you're a
It's no
serious
move on,
Detroit
sir.
fan, you be preaching the same thing too. I feel you. You'll say that stuff. If you're Detroit fan.
No, the reason I'm saying this is because we get a lot of people who want to talk about failures. They want to always talk about what players do. Y'all want to go after Joker. As soon as Joker don't have a good playoff game, all of a sudden, all of the greatness that Joker has given us for the last 7 to 8 years goes out the window because y'all felt the last 3 games Rudy Gobert played them well. These are the type of comment that's what you say you don't do that, but that's who's out there in these streets. And you don't check.
That's
these
definitely
people.
what they're doing in basketball discourse
That's
right
that's
now.
and
That's definitely what's in
and the majority of people who feel and think that way, guess who they goat is? Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Hey man, listen, man. You know why you buy those sneakers, man. Ain't nobody buy no LeBron James shoes and nothing like that.
Nobody cares about buying
He's a
shoes,
legend.
nigga. These niggas who buying shoes
He's
are
a
broke.
legend,
These
man.
niggas don't take care of their kids. They
He's a
don't.
legend.
These niggas
And I
are
don't even buy his
degenerate
shoes,
gamblers.
bro. And I don't buy his shoes.
I don't care
I don't
about
buy his
anybody who
shoes.
brags about buying sneakers and they not 19 or 14. And you got to be a
Right.
teenager to be bragging about buying sneakers, bruh. I'm a grown ass
I know,
man.
man.
What's it?
No. I
Bragging
hate
about buying
that.
no damn sneakers.
Whoop the houses.
But I'm talking about the fan. I mean, they got their kids wearing Jordans, man.
Man, listen,
You know what I'm saying?
tell your kids don't
They
wear them.
still buying
They're
them.
criminal shoes. That's why your kids get in trouble because they walk around wearing J's. Take the J's off your kids' shoes. You see, cops ain't shooting no
That's
kids
pretty
wearing
much.
Vans. Cops don't shoot kids wearing Converse.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I don't wear Jordan. I don't wear
Yeah.
Jordan at all. I'll be the first one to tell you. You
Hey
can't
man,
even give me a pair of Jordan.
I'm
You
a Sixer
can't give
fan.
me a
Man,
pair of
I'm a
Jordan.
diehard Sixer fan, bro.
Is
You
Lamont
can't
still
give me a
here?
pair of Jordan.
I'm a Sixer fan, but
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
thing,
he's in
hold on,
there.
hold on, wait. Let me just see something because this don't make no sense. Why my internet is doing this to me?
We can see you.
No, I know that,
Well,
but
every time.
it should be something like no. For me, I only can see Junior Fox, and I don't even know if Junior Fox is still here in Eagle Nation. I can't see nobody else. It don't even tell me your names.
Oh, you can't see me, Chuck Love?
And I can see JJ. JJ's here. If JJ's still here, I don't know. All I
Yeah, I'm
know,
here.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's not. And
Yeah, JJ is still here.
it's not letting me see nothing else.
Yo, I was gonna say kick somebody off the
Wow.
panel or something. I don't know.
It
That's
just
crazy.
happened to me. It just happened to me, hey Johnny. So it's not just.
I
You
can
need to
see
log off.
everybody.
You need to log off and log back on. Log back on. You think that'll do it?
Nah, cause I'm in the middle of a live. I got everything set up. Damn.
I was gonna say kick someone off. Right?
You can't restart it?
Nah, I
You
mean,
can't restart it, bro?
no, I don't know. I was just thinking maybe I could just restart my computer and it would still leave me live, but I don't know if I can do that neither. But
Oh no, it ain't gonna leave you live.
It ain't gonna do it.
It'll leave you live. It'll put you on coffee break till you come back. Remember, it did it to me. When I came back, I was still live. I had to reset my computer.
Oh, really?
when you reset your computer,
I ain't know that.
Yeah, I reset my computer. I thought it would end it, but it kept it live, and I came back in. It was still going. So I don't know. I can't make no promises though. But
yeah, cause I think you have to end it like, cause you know the TikTok studio is weird. It's like that's why I don't like. I mean, that's why Lamont, I was telling you that's why I really don't like doing stuff on TikTok, man. It's TikTok is weird, bro. It's a weird space. For one, it's hard. It's hard to get your content on TikTok so that you can put it elsewhere, right? If you're doing these lives, you're on live for 4 or 5 hours, and it's not available to download and stuff like that. Like that's upsetting, Lamont. Or to have these type of struggles, like I said, we never had these troubles with StreamYard. StreamYard works always to the point. Like
that is true.
StreamYard, there's never an issue with StreamYard. TikTok, you go live, and then the problem with TikTok is you got to go live on the computer. You got to go to a special app to do that. But then if you go live on your phone, it's all on. You're on a phone. So I can't even like
Can I
I
ask you a
said. I can't
question?
see. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Hey, brother. Can I ask you a question? Ask everybody a question. I want to ask the Jordan fans a question because everybody say they don't like that LeBron called himself king. Didn't they call Jordan Black Jesus at one time? Yeah, and they trying to say king. Really, bro? We really gonna say this?
Oh my God.
We really finna do that?
They definitely called him Black Jesus.
They sure did.
Namely Charles Barkley and Larry Bird. Both of those guys called him
And
Black
Reggie
Jesus.
Miller. And Reggie Miller.
Right, called him Black Jesus. Really? But y'all talking about king.
You know,
really?
it's funny. It's funny that you say that, Ira. 49% is 49%, but 18 points is 18 points. 18-7-7 is still the same. Why is LeBron James 18-7-7 on 48% shooting bad?
man, they got that from Larry Bird, man.
No,
Larry
that's
Bird, the first one to say that mess.
What?
Calling him Jesus, Black Jesus.
Nah, Larry Bird didn't say that. Larry Bird just said he was.
Let's say Larry Bird said something like that.
No, Larry Bird just said that wasn't Michael Jordan. That was God on the basketball court. But
Oh, that's what he said. Okay.
yeah, but
All right.
Larry Bird, that was something he said years later, and it was the players calling Jordan Black Jesus. They were literally calling him that. He's Black Jesus.
Okay.
They were that in much awe of Michael Jordan. Let me see here, Detroit. Let me see here, Detroit Pistons. I don't put Pistons versus Bulls, Game 3, 1989. Pistons versus Bulls, 1989. Game 3. There it is. There. Let's see if we can find this game, so we can talk about it. Lamont, you still there? Cause I still don't see you. They still don't let me see nobody.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still
There's
up there.
people in the background asking to come up. It doesn't show me their names. It doesn't tell me who's who. Do you
Am
see
I a
Lamont?
am I a mod?
You are a mod.
Am I a mod?
Yeah,
Can
you're
I
a
check?
mod. Yeah, you're a mod.
How can I check to see who's in the backstage? Let me see.
You
They
hit the
have
guest.
on the bottom. There's like a bunch of icons, and one of the icons is like a people icon. And when you click on the people
Yeah, people,
icon,
you tap that.
it lets
You'll
you.
see it.
It's not letting me. It's not letting me see who's in the backstage.
And then it should
Did you
say
give him
like it should
powers?
say manage.
All the
It should say
mob powers?
manage guest. It should say manage guest, and then you'll see it.
Yeah.
If you
Can you
click on.
keep people? Can you keep people off?
Yeah, I can kick people off, but
No, it ain't letting me.
yeah, I can kick people off, but I don't know
I
why
can't
it's
kick
doing
people
this.
off.
No, Lamont, you got to give Lamont full mod powers. Because he can't kick people off.
Yeah, I don't have full. I don't have mod. I don't have.
He should have full mod powers. I gave it to you before. I know. Let me see. Damn. Yeah, TikTok is tripping. Like it's literally tripping. Like I said, I don't even. Is Junior Fox still here?
Yeah, he's being a zesty in the comments.
You Braun fans wear high heels when your guys are alone, huh? Why would you say that? What is wrong with you? What were you thinking when you said, "Let me type this through my phone"? Like, how zesty are you?
Yeah, no.
And y'all wonder why we call
Told you
y'all
how they be
zesty.
envisioning this stuff, man.
You notice this whole night, and anytime y'all hear me speak, bro, I talk about you dudes as zesty when it comes to basketball. I never go outside of that until you do start showing me personal shit, like saying some shit about sneakers, or then you want to get all upset because I start saying you're degenerate gamblers and deadbeat fathers that don't pay their child support and stuff like that. Like y'all are the. That's why I say there's no crying in the GOAT debate. All of a sudden now there's an issue because I'm showing y'all Michael Jordan choking. Like literally choking. You're Adrian, are you having the same problem? If anybody else having this, unless it's because it's my live and it's just saying because my live is doing it, that's what it is.
That's probably what it is because you're hosting a live. That's probably what it is.
It's probably what it is, right? Oh, so I'm gonna try. Hey, Lamont, hold it down. You still here, right, Lamont? We're gonna try this, Lamont. I'm gonna restart my computer.
Yeah, I got you.
Let's see if the live could stay on while I restart my computer. I'll be back, y'all.
I hope so.
Let's see. All right, y'all. What's good, man? I had to do this again, man. I had to fix my bugs, man. And hopefully it's working better now. I hope my stuff is working better now. Let me share the live with everybody again. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. My bad. I had to restart the live because it kept glitching for some reason. TikTok be tripping. So I'm going to reshare the live so that we can get people back up in here. My apologies, man. I'm trying to get this live working, man. We back, man. We back, man. I'm trying to get this live working. Let me hold on. Wait. Let me share the live. Bring up the guests again. All right, we back, man. My bad, man. This damn internet of mine's, man. Oh, here we go. All right, so I don't even think it's my internet, man. What is this? Okay, now we leave the alerts up here. Bring the comments back down here.
Wait, it's super loud where I'm at. Can you hear me though?
I can hear you now. I can hear you.
All right, bet. JJ, can you talk?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I can hear you. Sometimes it be fucking up.
This thing just be tripping. TikTok be tripping. I'm starting to think it's TikTok.
It's definitely TikTok. This shit happened to Black James too. It's just weird.
Well, it was happening to him earlier today.
I think that was like yesterday or 2 days ago. We couldn't. It was when you and Lamont was frying Play-Doh. We couldn't hear like the last 20 minutes of that shit. Like that. Like it literally cut out, but y'all was able to hear each other, so it was weird. You could only hear Black James.
All right, yeah, this doesn't make no sense. Go, James is up here. Let me share the live again, man. And what happened was just now in the other live, something said, "Do you want to download a driver?" And I clicked yes because I thought it was for something else, and I didn't know it was for TikTok, so it shut the live off after I had just came back up. But I think I think there's a new update on TikTok, and I think that's why it's doing this. And if you haven't gotten the update yet, it's gonna do this. It's gonna keep doing this. And I think I found the Jordan game too as well.
You found the game where he dominated going.
Supposedly going left, yes. Why is it doing this? Let me see.
Is it the audio or like, what is it?
It's not the audio. It's just everything is lagging. For one, I really can't hear y'all. It's y'all coming in muffled for some reason. Okay, FYF's there. Let me bring up Lamont. And what makes it bad with TikTok is that for every one thing I gotta do, I have to have different windows pop up. So there's a window for the comments. There's a window for the guests coming up. There's a window when I want to bring up pictures and videos. All of it takes time before it uploads and lets you do anything. And I know my computer's
it is
not
annoying.
Yeah, it's not my computer because I gotta tell people all the time when I'm on StreamYard, when I'm on YouTube all day, I'm on computer doing stuff. I'm on Zoom calls. I never have no issues. It's only when I'm trying to watch YouTube and I'm StreamYarding, and that's the only time I ever have trouble. Other than that, I've never had no other trouble. Let me see if I can find this game. Lamont. So supposedly Michael Jordan was going left versus the Detroit Pistons.
What you mean? Oh, he was going left?
Yes, supposedly the film shows him going left. Let me see here.
What film? Somebody sent you some film?
Well, he got the audio of Hubie Brown saying like, "Yo, Jordan is attacking his man going left every time and dominating him going left."
Over to help a little is Isaiah. Facing Sam Benson working between the circles against Isaiah. On the lane to Jordan. Back to.
But that's 1985. I mean 1988 right there. I would have to bring up this game right here. Let me see how I can do that. Yeah, TikTok be tripping, Lamont. It really do, man.
Yeah, I only had an issue one time, but yeah, I could see yes. They're not like StreamYard yet. StreamYard is the best. They need to integrate with StreamYard. If we could use StreamYard with TikTok, that'd be perfect.
Oh, that would be the best. That would be the best.
Oh my God, we go crazy because we be streaming on all platforms, always, man.
Always, and it should be that way. But I think the reason, well, yeah, because you can basically do it on any other platform. Like you can do Twitch on StreamYard, you can do Discord on StreamYard, like you can do everything on StreamYard. Like it don't make no sense.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to figure something out. I think one of them, Restream or StreamYard, one of them two should have TikTok ability now. I'm gonna find out which one it is.
All right, let me see here. And now it's not showing me the sources. Okay, all right, that's why it's.
It's just why it doesn't matter if they hate Eli. Even if you use OBS, you still got to use TikTok Studio. To a certain degree.
For what?
Eli was saying, he said, why don't you use OBS? Because you need to use TikTok Studio to bring people up.
Yeah, TikTok
so you're
Studio
still
is
using
the problem.
two apps.
It's TikTok,
it's TikTok Studio is the problem.
Yeah, it's TikTok, and on the computer you only can do TikTok through the app. I mean, through the studio, you can only go through that like that. So, all right, so let's bring up game 3 right quick. Hold on though. You know what I can do though too, because if there's no, that's another thing too. If you're not moving, if you're not moving, they flag you too.
I know. I started to see that as well.
Like they need to see motion, even though I might have some motion with this thing here. So I'm gonna let me put myself over here on this side, so that we can watch this game here.
Oh, then they said 6 Pick is in here. Where's 6 Pick at?
Let me see if I can bring him up. Yeah, shout out to Sharon, man. Sharon was one of them people calling Michael Jordan Black Jesus. All right, let me see if I can play this game so we can watch it. Let me see here.
Lineups for game 3. Mark McGuire, Rick Mahorn, Bill Lane Beer, Isaiah Thomas, and Joe Dumars. The Piston starters, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright, Michael Jordan, and Craig Hodges for the Chicago Bulls. A year ago, the Bulls split with Detroit in Detroit in the first 2 games, only to see the Pistons come and win both games in Chicago and ultimately win the series in 5. That was in an Eastern semifinal. It was a year ago, doesn't mean anything now, except players from both teams have been talking about it. Underway, controlled by Detroit, Jack Madden, Ed T. Rush, and Bill Oakes are the officials working this afternoon.
Detroit's going to try to get Joe Dumars off early here. Hey, go James, don't start that shit, man.
Before the game, Isaiah Thomas said, what about Mark McGuire? Maybe we should go to that weapon as well. But now the Bulls with the ball. The point guard.
You know why I did it too, though, right? But you know why I'm doing it, right? Because Because one of your favorite coaches was out here talking like
The
about
thing
Michael
with the
Jordan
Jordan
like
rules are John Sally told us his version of the.
And it's pretty simple. Now we had rules.
He
for
wasn't my
everybody.
coach,
We
he was my
were
GM.
a disciplined
GM, okay.
team.
Yeah.
We had rules for Magic. We had rules for Kareem. We had rules for Bird. Jordan was a reluctant passer. He didn't like to pass.
No question.
He was the first volume shooter. He wasn't like now you see kids that got great handles and all. He didn't have great handles. Couldn't go left, and if he went left more than 2-3 times, he had to pick it up. The rules were very simple. Left side of the floor, send him left. Right side of the floor, send him left. In the middle, send him left. Now, when he's going left, we wanted the trap to be visible. I'm going left, and the first person that he sees now is running at him. And you, as a defender, your job is to take away his right hand. Because now, as a passer, we want that ball going in the air. And if that ball goes in the air, we're quick enough to rotate and get back and match up. So as that defender leaves to come trap off the baseline or from the top, second defender, your job is to rotate to cover. Now we want that pass going in the air across court. Jordan didn't want to pass, so what would he do?
Turn it over.
He would shoot.
I'll shoot it, yeah.
And guess what he would do? He would miss. We didn't mind if he was 9 for 26. We didn't mind if he was 10 for 30. Now, the newspaper would write he scored 27, but we would say, okay, he was 10 for 30. Now, mind you, there were a couple of games he was 20 for 25. He wasn't always 10 for 30.
Yeah.
But this was the key, though, by him being a volume shooter. So this stuff they talk about analytics right now and all this other stuff, okay, that was the Detroit Pistons. How many possessions you going to have in the game? Is it going to be 95? Is it going to be 100? Is it going to be 80? Is it going to be 85? Our job was to limit the possessions. And if we can shut down the possessions, Jordan, instead of you taking 30 shots this game, you're only going to get 25. But here's was the key. Scottie, who normally gets 12 to 13 shots because he's a reluctant passer, this game, Scottie, you're only going to get 7 shots. This one over here, Horace Grant, you might get 3 shots. And by the way, those shots that you're taking and that you're getting, they're going to be at the end of the shot clock. It's going to be somebody running at you.
Hot potato.
We take your little brain and just twist it until you fall off. Now, when you're looking at that stat sheet and your field goal percentage is 37 and it ain't 45, right? You know that mess with you, right?
Yeah.
So now you're looking at your field goal percentage and your field goal percentage is 37. And now you play games with people out on the court. BJ, I'm going to leave you open, right? He ain't going to throw it to you. Right? You go down there and double, he shoot. And then you come back and say, I got to guard you. So those type of mental games you play with the team. And if I can break trust in one person, well, I'll beat you.
So this is what we're doing here today, Sharon, Mr. Six Pick, is that these guys love to say that we have to talk about a player's negative aspect for us to have the GOAT conversation. But they never want to talk about how Isaiah Thomas came up with a game plan to shut Michael Jordan down 3 straight years in a row. And basically that game plan was push him left because he couldn't really dribble the basketball well and he wasn't really good at shooting the basketball. And he had trouble beating them all because they designed a game plan that was a team strategy that was effective enough to beat them 3 straight years in a row. And they never want to address that. They want to talk about LeBron 2011. They want to talk about LeBron 2007. They want to talk about LeBron 2010. But they never want to address 1988 through 1990. So that's what tonight's program's about. And Jordan was a baller. There was no excuses. There was no waiting for no Scottie Pippen talk. None of that. None of that was necessary. This is what Jordan was saying when he couldn't beat them in 1988. Let me put this up here. This is what they don't want to talk about. But they said in 1989 though that Michael Jordan was dominating with his left hand. So we are going to look at it right now. So that's what we're doing. We're here to watch and see if Michael Jordan had a left hand. Y'all can unmute yourselves. I know everybody's muted. I appreciate y'all muting yourselves. Let me see if I can let somebody else up.
Hey, Isaiah Thomas was, and like this is what I got from that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is where
you were.
If the Jordan fans were smart, this is what they would say to you, Johnny, right? When everybody says that they forcing Jordan left, it's not because he couldn't score going left. They're just time to time. He's a good enough player at times. He's ultimately going to make a play going left. He was basically saying is you always want players to play to their weak suit. You don't want to play into his strong suit. And again, you're going to force Jordan into more mistakes and more misses if he does everything left. It's like a great basketball player. Like we watch how good Jaylen Brown is. But Jaylen Brown, one of his weaknesses is going left. He's just going to go to that right hand all the time, right? Not saying he ain't going every time to time make a play going left, but you want to play to a player's weakness, man. It's just like taking the sun away from Superman. Like Superman's still going to be strong as hell at night.
Mm-hmm.
But when he ain't got access to that sun, I mean, he vulnerable. You put him in front of that sun, you know, you looking at a losing battle. So, like, they don't know, like, because most Jordan fans don't know the game, they don't know how to talk the game, they never going to really just be like, you know what, yeah, that was one of Jordan's weaknesses. They try to pretend that he was just absolutely flawless, and his Pistons just actually figured out how to exploit his weakness. And I like what he said. He said, we take away possessions, we make everybody else get fewer possessions. So they know Jordan's going to get his 30 shots off, 25 shots off. But if you limit the possessions in the game, slow the game down, Pippen ain't getting his shots. Grant ain't getting his shots. His shooters ain't getting their shots. Only Jordan gets his shots, man. So it was kind of built into the game plan to just let Jordan go crazy. And it was going to have the impact. It was going to really hurt all the others, not Jordan. Jordan fell into the game plan. He fell into it.
They said he was reluctant to pass. That's why they were able to do what they did, because he wouldn't pass the ball.
And the pass is what would have beat that Pistons team.
Playing team basketball.
Yeah, playing team basketball is what would have beat him.
There they go. There go Jordan with the ball on the right side of the floor. Let's see him dominating going left. Let's see if Jordan's going left is really look forcing him left. Look, forcing him left. Look, he's trying to go back right. Look, forcing him left. Barely could dribble. Got to pass the ball. And this is no disrespect to Michael Jordan. This is 40 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. So we saw one possession with Michael Jordan with the ball. He struggled going left. Here we go. They're going to try to give him the ball again.
They're trying to get Jordan to the right side of the floor.
No, right here, look, exactly. They run a play for him. Let's go. Let's see him going left. Look, pull up. Break.
Nope. They're forcing the ball to Jordan so hard. Oh, my God.
Well, no, they do it. Listen, the Bulls had a semi decent strategy. They used to run plays. That's not a bad play. That's what plays they used to run for shooting guards back in that time. But
it's not a bad play, but
the difference was what happened with Jordan was with stuff like this. See, look, he's bringing the ball up. He's playing ball facilitator, and he's really not that. That's not what he does great. See, look, they're gonna try to get him the ball here. Look, there he goes again. Let's see if he goes left. Look, Jordan's playing the game. Look, get the ball on the low block. See if you can get a play this way. Look. Go to Horace Grant. Horace Grant couldn't do nothing. Oh, look. So, again, I can't wait till we see this stuff here. I would love to see this Jordan dominating going left. Beating this man going. Now, mind you, Jordan scored 45 points in this game, if I'm correct. I think this is the one game where he actually had 40 points versus Detroit Pistons in the playoffs.
But see, that's the thing. It's not Jordan's scoring outpoint that they were worried about. Isaiah Thomas really broke down the whole strategy. It's the possessions and the shot attempts.
Look, you see that? Key. Look, you see it right there, Lamont. You see it right there. Like, you clearly can see it right there. Let me back this up a little bit. Look at Jordan. Yeah, look at Jordan getting the ball. Look at him bringing the ball up the floor, right? Watch what happens when he goes left, right? And he dribbles with his left hand, like Isaiah Thomas says. Look, left hand, one hand, 2 dribbles, 3 dribbles. He picks up the ball. They double team him. That's it. Look, and then he has to pass to somebody else. Then Scotty bobbles the ball and turns it over. Oh, they call it, turnover on Scottie Pippen.
Is that Thomas?
No, that's Vinny Johnson. That's Vinny Johnson right there.
I thought it was Dumars for a second. No.
They call a foul. Look, they call all kind of fouls in this era. This is why we trying to tell y'all, man. No disrespect. This was great basketball in 1988, 89, 90. But what we just saw last night, all the great plays we saw last night, that dunk last night from Kane.
You got to have a lot of patience. Wow. That's why.
Scotty, pull up. Just a brick. Let me put the volume up so we can hear what they saying. Cause we got to hear Hubie Brown. Hubie Brown is breaking the game down.
Craig Hodges set position in cement, and Thomas ran right into him.
You'll see in this possession as Isaiah comes down, I think he should have given this one up early because we had another player in that outside lane and they would have had the layup.
It is still 6-2 Detroit, Hubie, and we have gone a couple of minutes without any scoring by either side.
Well, we have 2 great defensive teams here, Dick, and they're going to take you out of your initial set.
Grant guarded by Lane Beer. Jordan gets a tough pass in a crowd, and Michael gets his second basket.
So that's him going left, right there. You see that? They call that going left, but there they couldn't double team because you see how they got him the ball.
He was frisky as a Colt in practice yesterday.
That was a little more middle.
Very loose.
No, but he still went left. He still went left.
Yeah.
Battle-scarred practice before they got into town. Horn inside.
And he went to the basket. Like, he went to the basket, too. That's what I'm telling you. He went to the basket, which is what they tried to avoid. Letting Jordan get to the basket.
Off the dribble because
look, he goes. Look, going right. Look, he's barely dribbling with his left hand. Look.
And take advantage of the close mismatches.
He had a wide open lane right there. The right was open.
Yeah, but he's their facilitator, too. Remember, 1988, Jordan was their combo guard.
Pistons may be breaking out of their lethargy, though.
Look, illegal defense on the Bulls.
Going up his foul before the shot. That'll be Craig Hodges' his first foul and the 13th foul against the Bulls, and very important for the Bulls to keep Hodges out of foul trouble.
Well, he keeps getting mixed up, and he keeps picking up Aguirre every time Chicago scores, and they're posting Aguirre immediately.
Aguirre misses, but Mahorn gets the offensive rebound. The extra pass by Thomas pays off.
So Joe Dumars didn't even start this game?
gives the Pistons a 10-6 lead, just under 8 minutes to go in the first period. Games 3 and 4 this afternoon and Monday afternoon. Right now, the Bulls have the home court edge.
They're pressuring Pippen pretty high.
Horn inside for a pushing foul and a technical foul as well.
Look, you see how many fouls they call, guys, right? You see how many fouls they call.
The Chicago Bulls ran a little exchange.
What's the tech for though?
There's Chuck Daly frustrated, forcing
on Chuck Daly.
Switch, and you'll see it
Oh,
here.
now it's an
Grant goes
ejection.
on the baseline. Mahorn picks up Cartwright, and now they're going to post up Cartwright on Mahorn. Now, because of the side, you'll see Mahorn pushing him in the lower back.
That was a foul?
Technical foul and a personal
that was horrible.
Jordan makes the free throw.
And he got a technical for that?
Mahorn will go to the bench, and John Sally will replace
This is
him.
the physicality Jordan went through.
A good leaper, a guy who can run the floor.
Are you still there? 6 pick.
While Sally's leading their ball club in the playoffs with 14 blocks.
6 pick was in high school then.
Leaper, a guy who can run the floor.
Are you still there? 6 pick.
While Sally's leading their ball club in the playoffs with 14 blocks.
6 pick was in high school then. And this is not here.
And averaging double
There, 6 pick.
While Sally's leading their ball club in the playoffs with 14 blocks.
6 pick was in high school then. And this is not here.
And averaging double figures. The basket. There.
Everything